And just start bringing your awareness to your breath. And every in-breath, just visualize, sense, or pretend that you're bringing in brand new, pure, clean, unused energy. And every exhale, you're just letting go of all the used up energy, just like a balloon deflating. In with the new, out with the old energy that might have any tension or stress, just let it all out. And go ahead and just drop your hands into your lap and keeping your eyes closed. We actually did a bit of this once a long time ago on the phone, but we're gonna do an upgraded version of this. All I want to do is call upon the part of Tiani that tends to procrastinate, that doesn't like sticking to schedules, the part that kind of gets her into a little bit of trouble with stuff like that. And just let me know when that part is right there with you. Whether you see her, sense her, feel her, or him or it, just let me know.
I feel it.
Okay. So the first thing that I want you to do is just say thank you to it for coming to join this conversation.
Thank you. Thank you for
and then ask it what it calls itself. What is its name?
Anaya.
Anaya. That's a beautiful name. So thank you, Anaya. We are going to work on making you feel absolutely necessary and in the right job. And so the first thing that I would like to ask you, Anaya, and you can ask her directly or let her speak through you, either way, whatever feels right, is just, is just to find out exactly what her job is. It might not be what you expect, so just let her inform you.
What's your job?
I'm sorry, my phone went off. What did she say?
She hasn't responded yet.
Oh, okay.
Feeling she's about to answer. Let me see.
Or we can ask in a minute. That's fine. Maybe just ask her.
She's okay.
Okay.
My job is to make sure that you take care of yourself.
That makes sense, because I bet the things that you're doing, that you're feeling like you're falling short on, have more to do with taking care of others, don't they? Yeah. And that's such an incredibly important part. We definitely do not want her to stop doing that. But let's ask her if we can help her find ways that she can do that, making sure that you take care of yourself in ways that benefit you even more, and ways that maybe bring her much more happiness and joy with her job. What does she say?
She said that if I just if I carve out time, like pretty much each day, to make sure that I'm tending to myself and having fun, then that's okay. She won't like jump into the other areas.
Okay. Let's have her show you what would be a way that you could do that.
She just wants me to like walk in the morning.
Okay.
Like just anything that allows me to be by myself, but I don't really know. Besides walking in the morning, it's that.
Well, that might just be a starting point, because sometimes those those parts inside of ourselves, especially parts with really important jobs like this, they just want you to take that first step, because then they're going to actually reveal more of the path later. So maybe as you're out walking one day, you take a left instead of a right. And when you do that, you discover something new. And that part goes, yay, she's getting it.
Yeah.
And so let's ask that part, what can we give her to help her to do this job in your life to the very best of her ability? Is there anything we can give her? What does she need the most? Just let her show it to you, or reveal the word, or whatever it is.
She just needs to be listened to.
Okay. Let's think of something symbolic so that she can feel absolutely heard by you at all times, because it is a really important part. And if she's willing to take a step back out of the executive so these other parts can do the jobs that she doesn't really like doing, then maybe, like, if she just has a cell phone that can just directly ring to you, does she like that idea?
Yeah, it's a conch cell.
Oh, a conch shell. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Screw the cell phone. I like that even better.
I can hear it really magnified when she talks into it, or she'll make like a little ooh sound.
What side?
My left side.
Your left side. So when you hear that in your left side, you'll know it's time to listen to Anaya.
Yeah.
And is there anything Anaya would want just for fun that will just bring her joy and happiness that we can give her? What'd she show you?
She's like on skates with an ice cream, a like an ice cream cone.
What kind of skates?
The roller skates, not blades, but like the old school.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
have a pair.
yeah.
That's
I need to get a. I
awesome.
need to get a pair.
Apparently
Apparently,
so.
apparently
Yes.
that's what we need to do.
You should, I'll send you the link. We should get matching ones. Mine are like silver with
Yes.
purple wheels.
Yes. And one of my clients, she said she wants one. She's getting some skates too. So I think all of us could do this.
Roller skates. Yes.
Yes.
I need to actually get out there and do it. I just haven't found like a place where the sidewalk is like,
It's smooth enough, flat
yeah,
enough for you to do
I
it.
have to go to like a tennis court or something. But
Mm.
okay. So she wants roller skates. So let's go ahead and give her a pair of roller skates, and then you can catch up and get a pair
For
for your
sure.
physical self later.
For sure.
What kind does she want? What does she show you? What color? What?
They're white with pink wheels, which is
Oh,
really weird because that's those. I know what skates these are. These are my mom's skates, and I
aha.
know exactly whose skates these are. But I'm not. Those were never my style. So like, I don't know why she wants
Well, they're
those.
not your style, they're hers. Let her have them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
Does
one she
she have a
wants.
special connection with your mom? Just ask her.
She does. It's just
Hmm. Did your mom
heartbroken.
nurture that part of you, the creative side?
Not really. I always had to be, everything had to be so structured all the time. Like,
Oh,
I can't go to the mall. Did you have the itinerary of what you guys are gonna do? What? No, I just want to go to
oh,
the fucking mall, man. Like, what do you mean I have an itinerary? We're gonna go see the movie and then we're gonna walk around and look at what cute boys there are. I don't fucking know. Like,
wow.
just, just everything was very, I did a
Very
lot of creative
structured.
stuff. Yeah, I did a lot of creative stuff and everything, but it was like, it was like that's secondary. The primary focus needs to be how am I going to get this done and planned out. And usually, whenever I would do things my way, it would work out really, really well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but the whole time I'm fighting her
Mm,
about it, so I would just acquiesce, like, okay, fine, I'll just do it the way you want me to do it, right? So
right.
I'll do the thing the way you need me to do it. So I have to have an Excel sheet for everything. Then I have to sit here and put it in my planner, and then I got to
So
do
this
this.
connection that Anaya has with your mom, maybe she's actually trying to counter some of that stuff. What do you
Yeah,
think? Let's ask her.
yeah.
Like, is that why she's so strong sometimes. She's just like, no, you got to do it your way. You don't have to stick to a structured plan.
I think that she just wants to be seen,
Mm.
that it's okay for her to be the way she is
Yeah.
and still be valuable in this world and still be perfect the way she is, but like she's always been rejected because she's so quirky. And
What
so
does she need from you in order to feel accepted and appreciated and respected? Because she does have a really important job, Tiani, even though she doesn't do it in the ways that you need sometimes, but we're going to find other parts that can.
I don't want to give it to her.
What is it?
She needs me to forgive my mom.
Well, that's not for
I
your
don't
mom.
know
That's
why.
just for
I
you.
don't know why. That's what she needs. She needs me to let go of that so that I can probably embrace her more.
Yeah.
I know everybody says that. It's not for you. I mean, it's not for them, it's for you, but I
You know,
don't
you can
understand.
still be angry at your mom and forgive her simultaneously. Did you know that? You can be
Oh, I don't
angry.
understand the word. What does it mean to forgive? I don't understand what they mean because it's
Just
like,
means that you understand why she is the way she is and you have some compassion for that, even though it really harmed you.
I
And you
don't
can
want to
still
make an excuse
remain
for
no
her.
contact.
Yeah, I just don't want to make excuses for her because I am the type of person who, when I understand where somebody's coming from, I then decide, like, oh, let me reach out, and then they hurt me again. And I'm so stupid for that. Like, why would you do that? So I just
Well,
have to
let's just
remember
find the part
myself.
of you that has boundaries, you know? It sounds like this unwillingness to forgive is actually stepping into the place where boundaries should be, and that's why it doesn't want to let go, because it's like, if I let go, you don't have actual boundaries yet.
Yeah.
So let's call upon that part too today. And we can do a quantum healing session another time. I feel like let's sort out your subconscious stuff, because this is gonna really change things for you, I think, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Before we let Anaya go, let's just ask her, while you're working on the forgiveness part, if there's anything else at all that she would like, just to help her feel accepted, respected, cared for, appreciated.
Just that, just the
Just
acknowledgement.
that.
Just
Okay.
acknowledgement. I don't think that I take a lot of time to acknowledge myself
Acknowledge her. Okay.
or her. Yeah, and like
Or
any
that
part
part
of
of yourself.
any part
Yes.
except for the bad parts or the bad parts, right? Except for the parts that I'm trying to reject at the moment, which is probably not good either. But
Let's just find a way to get all the parts so that they're in the right jobs and that they're working for your highest good. And that way you don't have to reject them,
yeah,
right?
I
We'll
like that.
integrate them. We'll let them evolve into their highest selves and then integrate them. And so is Anaya pretty happy now? Does she want to change her appearance at all? Sometimes, like when we go through this, they'll be like, I've always really wanted to have this or that or whatever. Just let her have whatever she wants. We want her to be happy and know that she's cared for and listened to.
Yeah, she kind of looks the same. She's got a
With roller skates.
but yeah, yeah, like now she just got the roller skates rolling around, doing cool things that I've never been able to do, but she's doing them.
I
And
love that.
she's cute. She's perfect. Yeah, I think the roller skates transformed her.
Yay, she feels happy and free. All
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
Well, let's say thank you to her. And I'm not going to actually say goodbye yet. Let's just ask if she'd be willing to like hang out on the sidelines for a little bit while we talk to some of these other parts. And then we're going to have them all negotiate with each other.
Okay, thank you.
She can just go practice roller skating and doing little fun tricks.
Yeah, she's already off.
Okay,
she's
perfect.
she's off doing that thing.
All right. So the next part that I would really like to talk to is the part of you that really loves being organized and on top of things, and just that sense of accomplishment with those tiny little things, like the sink is completely clean, spotless, and sparkling today. Even if it's not every day, but when it is, that's the part that's like jumping up and down for joy and saying, yeah, it's like fuel for that part. That's the part I want to talk to. And so when that part has come, just let me know. Just invite it to come and then we'll see who it is.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
She might not feel like she's been acknowledged all that much lately. So if she's a little quiet or small or anything, that's okay. We'll work with her on that.
No, it's like a weird energy. Like I don't want her here, and she doesn't want me there either. Like
Interesting.
we're not vibing. Like she can tell I don't want her to be here, and she doesn't like that, and I don't care because I don't want her here.
Why don't you want her here?
Because she's boring. She's
Right. But she also
boring.
keeps your life moving smoothly. So she's kind of important, you know? She doesn't
She's
have to be in the executive
naggers.
all
She
the time.
nags. She's like, "You're
Oh,
not
but
doing
I,
this, Tiani. You got to do that, and don't forget about this." I don't
all right,
like
well,
it.
let's talk to her about that. So, because she's probably doing that because she's found that it's like effective, but she doesn't, maybe there's better ways, right? And because we know that this is not, it's not as effective as it could be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so upset with her, right?
Yeah.
So, so she'll probably be open to finding better ways to do this because at least that way she won't feel so like hated and rejected.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So let's just ask her what she calls herself.
This is Becky.
Becky. And then just make sure you say thank you to Becky for coming and having this conversation. We'll make it worth her while. I promise.
Thanks, Becky.
Tell her, even if you're not crazy about her being there, I want her to be there. I love and care and respect Becky.
Chris is very excited to have you here today.
And what does Becky look like, first of all?
She is a middle-aged white woman. She's kind of plump. She's kind of reminds me of Mrs. Doubtfire, but without all the fun. Not as fun.
But without all the fun.
Yeah.
And let's ask her in her own words, what does she see her job is in your life?
To keep things in order, to make sure that the important stuff gets done so that, we can have fun. We can't have fun if we're homeless.
That's true. Does she ever actually have fun, Becky?
Sometimes.
What is fun for Becky?
No, she actually has genuine fun when she has fun, like throw on some music and get things done and, knock it out. Like she's actually pretty fun when she does the stuff.
Is she the one who like she puts on the music and she goes and just like reorganizes the entire closet in like one fell swoop? Is that Becky?
That
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
about right.
I have a Becky too, but that's not her name. But yeah.
Yeah, that actually sounds about right. And she enjoys it. That she throws the music. It's not stressful. It's never stressful. It's just like, oh, knock this out and do this so that things have a flow to them. And then that way
Perfect.
it's easy. Like it's
Okay.
like her job is to make my life easier.
It is. So why do you reject her so much then?
Because it's hard for me to do the things she needs me to do.
But
So it's
once
not
she
easier.
once she's actually in the executive, when she's the one running the show, then it is easy, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So let's ask if Becky can show you a way that you can communicate with her to let her know when you really need her to be the one in charge and running the show.
I think a watch.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what that means.
So like a watch, like a smartwatch that syncs up to your phone so that you can always like kind of
Yeah,
stay
so I
on.
know what
Okay.
times things are and like, oh, that's coming up and stuff
Oh
like
yeah. My own ADHD neuro divergent brain is like I have to have a smartwatch and a phone and 3 Alexa Echo
that. Yeah,
Pods
exactly.
to keep me on track.
Yeah.
I'm not even and a VA. Like if it were all of this, I really if I could, and I will eventually, I'm working towards it. I just want to be the talent and have somebody
Yeah.
manage my
I
life.
I literally Googled last night. I Googled, what do you call it? I don't even know what it's called, but I need somebody to even just set up my schedule. If they could just set it up for me, I will follow it. I promise. I don't even want to sit down and actually create the schedule. That's what's
You can
frustrating.
yeah, have a virtual assistant do that.
Like I just need somebody to like down to like my like I said, the laundry, like down to everything. I need to know what time are we cleaning out the cat litter. Like I need to
Are
do.
you going to rebel against that though if you have that?
I know. I was thinking about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
So let's have Becky be your VA.
Okay.
What
I
does she
like
think
that.
about that?
I like that. She likes
And she
that.
is quite virtual because she actually just lives in your own mind,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
how much more virtual does it get?
She's loving that. She's
Does she like
already
that?
set up her. She got an office. She got a plant on the desk. She's ready. I don't know when she
Oh,
got it. She just set it up right now.
that is awesome.
She's got a cool backdrop. Like she's got a like a big window that's like the beach front and the back. I don't know. I don't
Perfect.
know where she's at. Like Florida. I don't know where this girl is, but
But
she's
she's
living
got sunshine. Does
that.
she have like whatever she needs? She's got a computer. She's got
Yeah, she's got
pad
her
of paper and
planners and
pens.
all her calendars on her desk and tons of,
Okay.
yeah, visual stuff, different colors. She's ready to
Oh,
go.
thank you, Becky. That's so awesome. So we didn't even have to ask her what we have to give her. She was just like, this is what I need. This is what I need.
Yeah, yeah, this is it. That's
So
it.
let's ask her now. If she can just let you know right now, right here in this session, when would be the best time for the two of you to coordinate? Like when can she step into the executive fully in order to set your schedules, whether it's daily or weekly? Let her tell you what the best method is. And she might just show you. I don't know. It's different for
Yeah.
everyone.
Okay, so she's telling me every 2 weeks, but I don't know if that's just me not wanting to do it every week. So I'm like, let's do 2 weeks.
Well, you can look at her face. If she's happy about it, then it's probably from her. And if she's like, Gianni, you're taking over, then it's probably from you.
No, she's happy with 2 weeks. She
Okay.
feels like, even if it's like a stepping stone to get to every week.
So
Yeah.
every 2 weeks, set up your calendar. And then is there a daily thing that you can do? Like we can just stack it in somewhere. So like what's something that you already do every day anyway, no matter what, like feed the kids breakfast, right?
Yeah.
So what if we stacked checking your calendar just to make sure that everything is set up and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
alarms are set up and whatever. And if you stack that right on top of the kids' breakfast, like you serve breakfast, you eat breakfast, you sit down, you spend 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever
Yeah.
with your
So
calendar.
I usually I think that I would have to do it twice a day, only to one in the morning, make sure I know what's coming up, and then one in the evening in case something else like I set up an appointment
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
anything that came up during the day, I make sure I include that into all of my calendars.
So let's ask Becky if she can step into the executive those 2 times as well, so that we can make this a painless and effortless and enjoyable process.
Yeah. She's happy to do that and I'm happy to have her.
Okay. Does she still feel rejected?
No,
Good.
she's like, I told you it wasn't that difficult, girl. Like she's like, I told you this is all I wanted.
Yeah. Well, you're like, well, I just had the wrong part in the wrong
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
Sorry. How was I supposed to know? All right. And so ask her if she wants to change anything. Uh-oh, you're all frozen up on me. Okay, now you're not frozen anymore. Ask her if she wants to change anything about her appearance or about her office, or if she needs anything else at all from you.
So she has transformed. She wants to be a more modern type
Mm.
of. She wants to be a little bit more modern because she literally looked just like Mrs. Doubtfire,
Mrs. Doubtfire.
like the
Well,
like the
that's because you
same
saw her
clothes.
as like this, like nagging, like "Meh, meh, meh," you know. And now that she's not, she's actually like, you know, like your virtual assistant. She's got a
Yes,
job that you
she's
want her to have and she loves. So that
yeah,
makes sense.
she's way more modern. She's younger. She's she's black now. She looks like Rihanna.
Oh, nice. Rihanna in a business suit.
Yeah, it's weird because those don't go together in my mind, but hey, whatever. Like
That's
Rihanna's a
okay.
very much
Rihanna's
so a
gorgeous. Yeah.
creative.
And
She's a
modern.
creative mind, but for some reason in this situation, she's the VA and she's happy to do it.
So when we go and make bigger changes like this, you know, because the part wants us to, they often will want to change their name too. So let's just ask her if she wants to change her name.
Her name is now Selena.
Ah,
Selena.
perfect.
Okay.
And before we introduce her to Anaya, let's just ask if there's anything else at all that she needs in order to feel like she's doing this job to the very best of her ability in your life. And that she's absolutely okay with stepping in every 2 weeks to help you completely set up your calendar, and then twice a day for 5 minutes each just to like stay on top of stuff. Is there anything else she needs?
She needs me to accept her and allow her to step into this role and not, not push her away or like uh, whatever. Clash?
Maybe she's not so boring anymore though. So maybe there won't be such a need to rebel or reject her because
Yeah.
she's modern and she's super helpful now.
Yeah, that's she can see that and she can know that and she just wants me to see it and know it. Like, do you
Do
see that?
you?
For the most part,
Would it
like
help if you gave her a virtual hug and just said, thank you
probably.
so much? Thank you for being a part of me. It had to be kind of painful for her to like keep trying so hard to keep you on track, and then you're just rejecting her and hating on her and getting mad at her. She's like, but I don't know what else to do, Tiani. You need me. Stop telling me to fuck off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that probably sucked. Like, so sorry, sis.
I don't even need to be recording this one since it's not the quantum healing, but it might be funny for you to watch it later,
I think it would be
especially because I cannot seem to like stop my potty mouth. I'm sorry.
totally. I think it's perfect. I think it's so perfect,
I
honestly.
don't think I'll be using it for training purposes. All right. So I would like to introduce Selena to Anaya. Just have Anaya just say, like, hey, girl, come roller skate over here and meet Selena. And just, first of all, let's see if they've ever even met. They might already know each other. They might not. I don't know. Sometimes parts have worked together before, other times not.
Looks like they're meeting for the first time. And that might be
Mm.
because Selena was a different person in my mind.
Oh, true, true. But also because they do kind of occupy very different
Different
parts of
spaces.
your neural pathways,
That's true. Yeah.
you
It looks
know?
like they're just meeting for the first time, but Anaya's pretty intrigued by her. She's like, "Oh, you're pretty cool. You do what? Wow, that's a cool, important job. That sounds really awesome." And then she's like, "I'm the fun part." And so she's running around like just like
Just
just
being fun. Yeah,
yeah,
totally.
loving it. It's completely soaking in that that's her job and happy to have it. But yeah, so they're
So let's ask Anaya if she's willing to work with Selena so that Selena can step in and be in the executive position of your life at those times when you really need to stay on track and just get your scheduling done and feel like you're on top of stuff, and that way it doesn't keep falling on Anaya's shoulders. She hates that shit.
yeah, actually she's really happy to do that because
I thought so.
she's like yeah, cool, then call
Yeah,
me when
now
you
I
guys
don't
are
have to do it
done.
anymore because that
Yeah,
was so frustrating
yeah,
for her. She's like,
exactly.
I'm here for fun and to help you take
Yeah.
care of yourself. And you keep making me like, do what? I have to clean the cat box and do the dishes now? That's not my job.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly. She's so happy to step aside for that and then call her in when it's time for the fun. Where's the
Yeah.
party at?
And so when you have those other things that you just have to do throughout the day periodically that Anaya hates doing, they can tag team. She can just be like, okay, Selena, you're on. And Selena
Yes.
can just step right in and be like, okay, let's do the dishes. Okay, let's set up the
Yes.
calendar. Okay, let's
Yeah.
make sure that the kids' doctor's appointments are scheduled and
But I
whatever,
really
right?
like that Selena is really like she really does bring a lot of fun into this stuff. So like when she's doing the dishes, like she's not in the suit during that time. Like she throws on a little apron and throws on some music and like
Yeah, she gets into it. She loves
yeah,
that
she's
stuff. Totally.
enjoying it. So it's like a super flow for her. So it's not like a boring thing. Like this is really her shit. Like
Yeah. And I think that um I mean, with most parts, they're actually really happy when they get to have a little bit more executive time.
yeah.
So she's like, yeah, I've been waiting in the wings for you to call on me all this time. Finally, I get to do the fun stuff,
Yes, yes,
right? And
absolutely.
Anaya's like, yeah, I'm going to do the other fun stuff. So now it's
Right,
all
yeah.
fun,
No,
right?
it's
It's
all
all fun.
fun. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It really
All right.
is.
Perfect. So we'll call on that other part here in a minute, the boundary one, but I would like to just ask these two parts if they're interested in going to spend some time with your highest wisdom state so that they can just continue to get better and better at their new jobs or old jobs with new they got promotions, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And if they are okay with doing that, then let's just say thank you once again. I'm really honored that you are willing to work with me, and you can go ahead and go hang out with my highest wisdom state.
Thank you guys so much for being so awesome and
They
coming
should probably
together.
shake on it or something too, just to make sure that like they really are going to work together.
Yeah, they are. They're shaking
Okay,
right now. Okay.
perfect.
And I will allow you guys to go speak to the highest self and keep elevating.
Yes. Yes. And they are they happy? Happily
Yeah, oh yeah,
like going
they're
away?
very
Okay.
happy for sure.
Perfect. So let's talk to that part, the angry part that's holding on to the resentment because it's trying to protect you from not having healthy boundaries with your mom. And we're gonna give it an upgrade. And just let me know when I mean, that part already started to step in. And so I don't think that it's very far away. Is it there?
It's harder to find now. I think those two parts helped a lot, whatever was
Yeah.
going on there energetically, because it's not as.
Well, maybe the anger is gone and as not as much anyway. So let's just call upon the part that is in charge of boundaries in general. Because we really need to strengthen that one, but in a healthy way, you know. And I'm sure you have really healthy boundaries with most people in your life, but this one, this one with your mom still needs a little healing, I think. And I
It's
totally understand.
it is the boundaries in general because it's not just
Mhm.
my mom. It's my mom's side of the family.
Family. Oh, okay.
My grandmother, my aunts. Oh, I said aunts. My aunts and my uncle, and it's like all of them, even my siblings. They
Okay.
they've nobody seems to understand why I distanced myself because they're really used to being under my mom's like hypnotic narcissistic
Right,
spell,
right.
and I'm like seem to be like the only one. Me and like one other cousin of mine are the only ones who see her for the way that she actually
Yeah.
is, and so
I hear you. I'm the
I
same
keep
way. I've
getting
got a mom like
rejected.
that too.
Yeah, I keep getting rejected by the rest of the family because they don't they refuse to understand me. They're just like, you should just come back and apologize to mom or, whatever. And I'm like, I don't understand why. What?
So is
I,
that part there now, the boundaries part?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this one is actually coming through you instead of standing in front of you. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that, and that's okay. So I want you to just ask this part what it calls itself.
Nile,
Nile. Okay.
like the river.
Yep. And
Maybe
so let's,
a divide. I don't know why it would call
what
it.
does he say?
So maybe because there's like a divide between us. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe the Nile is the border. Like it's the border of like borders the other countries. So I guess its job is
That
to
is a boundary. It
create
literally is.
boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's but natural boundaries, not
Yeah.
hurtful boundaries.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that a lot. Yeah.
And so let's just say thank you to Niall.
Thank
And then ask him what exactly is the job here that it does for you.
Well, now, like I said, I don't feel like this was the same. I don't think Nile was the one before. I think it might have already transformed through us doing some of the other work.
Mhm.
Um,
Especially if it was an introject that really just didn't need to be there. And once we evolved those other two parts, it was just like, oh, I guess I don't really have a place anymore. And they sort of just disappear.
yeah. So this role though is an empowering one. Um, it feels like it just needs. I mean, its job is just to create the boundaries for me, but in a.
Does it maintain and sustain them too?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, creating a boundary is one thing,
Okay.
but maintaining that boundary
Yeah, it does
is
maintain it, and
okay.
yeah, and it it feels really good now because it is much like a natural
Yeah, it's like it's already transformed
geographical.
itself.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
it's really weird, but it's like yeah, it created a geographical space. So it's like if we have to cross it and connect with each other, we can. That opportunity is there. You can go
Mhm.
across the river. Like
Yeah.
there is a way to get there. So you're not disconnected from it 1000%.
Mm-mm.
But at the same time, the energetic spaces are separate. They live on like two different islands or continents or
Right.
countries or cities or they just have the space that they need so that they can both do their thing. It's not my job to change my mother, and
Nope.
it's not her job to change me. Our soul contracts are here for whatever they're here for, and I feel like now I'm able to do what I'm here to do without having to like keep. I feel like maybe there was like some fake border there before, like maybe I put up a fence or something that wasn't
Yeah.
sustainable, and so I had to like try to keep that up all the time, and it was a lot of
Yeah.
energy. And
It
then
is.
now it's just a natural chasm. Like, okay, cool. I don't have to really worry about her energy spilling onto mine or mine onto hers. So we can
And
both.
there's a natural like ebb and flow to things too. So like in the event that you need to shore up everything and have stronger boundaries, then the flow of that river can just be a little
More
more
powerful.
strong, more powerful.
Yeah,
And other
absolutely.
times when you don't need that, it can just be kind of shallow and chill and slow.
Yeah, but it's in a lot more harmony. It feels like so much
Mhm.
more harmony here with my energy space. It feels so much better.
Perfect. Oh,
Oh my
that's
gosh,
wonderful.
it's crazy.
I'm so glad.
I feel so much lighter. I was so tired. I was so tired.
Hmm. I'm glad that you feel so much lighter. I mean, doing this sort of subconscious parts work can be so incredibly liberating, you know, because I mean, the way I see it is each one of these parts are sort of in charge of their own particular neural pathway, which has all kinds of stuff attached to it. It has these memories, it has these beliefs, it has these thoughts, it has these whatever, you know. But if we're rejecting them or criticizing ourselves, judging when they come up and we don't like the way they're doing their job, then they don't feel equipped to help us in the way that they need to. And then we're like kind of walking around in a constant state of like inner turmoil.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it felt like. That's inner turmoil, the best way that I could describe it.
And now that they've all had a chance to evolve into their highest good, that can't help but also evolve you, right?
For sure.
It's beautiful coming into symbiosis.
Yes.
And so before we let Niall go, just ask him if he needs anything at all from you so that he feels absolutely supported and empowered and he can just do this job effortlessly and easily. And it doesn't have to be with anger anymore. It's self-love is what it is. I mean, real boundaries, the healthy kind, they're a product of honoring yourself, you know? Does he need anything else from you to do this?
Um, Trust is coming up. I'm not. I don't even know if he means like trust him or trust me.
Ask him. Trust what or who? Let him tell you or show you.
Trust him. Like, I think what he's saying is you don't have to put the boundary up anymore. Like, you don't have to force that fence up like you were doing.
It's just naturally occurring now, right?
Yeah.
It's
You
just
don't
there.
have to worry that like before I was putting so much energy to keeping this wall up. And he's like, just trust there's the boundaries have been formed. You've done it. Just I'm here constantly making sure that everything goes the
It
right
makes
way,
sense.
and I will, like you said, up the flow if I need to, or the currents or whatever if I need to. And trust me, I'm really good at this part. So
That makes so much sense. Because what's the opposite of trust? It's actually fear, right?
yeah,
And you were so afraid because historically, when you have compassion or understanding for your mother, then you have not kept the boundaries up and then you got hurt. But you have real boundaries now. They're not just out of anger, they're out of self-love. And now you don't have to be afraid that she's going to hurt you anymore because you have trust.
yeah, sure.
And you're a beautiful grown-ass woman now.
Yes.
You're not a little powerless child, you know?
I'm not. I'm not.
And you are so powerful in your own right.
Thank you.
So I don't think you're going to have any problem with this. Plus, you know, if you're living life in the flow, then people that aren't resonating at your vibration just aren't going to be in your life. They're just not. They're just going to fall away. It's just, yeah.
Absolutely right. Yeah. Especially now that I'm releasing that fear, now my vibration state will be even higher.
It will. Yep. And then the people that aren't, you know, close to that level are just going to, they're just going to kind of not even be interested. It's like you're talking two different languages, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's okay. Let them have their language. You got yours.
Yeah.
You got the language of light, baby.
I do. I do. I love it.
So let's ask Niall if he would like to go and join your highest wisdom state as well. They just love sort of basking in the glory of your highest self, I think. So.
Yeah. He's happy to go. Thank you so much.
And let's just say thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And so now all I want you to do is just put your hands over your heart area again. It could just be over the chakra. It doesn't have to be the heart itself. It's your choice. But
I like it over here.
yeah, that's fine. And then as you bring your awareness fully to your breath again, right here, right now, in this present moment, I just want every breath in to help you to install and integrate all of these beautiful little ecological and evolutionary changes that we've made so beautifully with these three parts of Tiani's dynamic personality. Just let it all install and integrate. And whenever you feel ready, you can go ahead and just open your eyes. and be here now. The sun is so bright right now. I'm like whiter than my usual white, which is pretty damn white. Oh.
It looks good. I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you feel?
I feel so much lighter. I'm not so
Yay.
tired. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. I kept trying to figure out why I was so tired. Like, why am I so tired still? Like, obviously I have a newborn, so there was a physical
Yeah, of course.
obviously.
Totally.
And then 4 other ones who are all 7 and under, so, or 3 other ones, sorry. Well, you may
I
as
don't
well
know how you do it. Oh my gosh.
I don't think I am, but apparently I'm doing it. It's just